A lot of folks claim, even serious researchers in the handicapping game, claim that there's no single angles that make profit over the long run. And we've been doing this for 36 years, and we can tell you straight out that's just not the truth. There are angles that you have to be patient with, but there are angles that do show long-term profits. Again, well, we're talking angles, we're talking simple with a few rules, angles. And this particular one, for the Gulfstream dirt route, it's called playing the percentages. And this one is specific to routes at Gulfstream, although we have seen it work well at Saratoga and at Santa Anita. But basically, this is just a very simple methodology that if you follow the rules, you will definitely pick more winners than you would handicapping, spending a half hour, 45 minutes handicapping the race on your own. So basically, when I read the introduction here, it says dirt routes can be some of the toughest races for the handicapper to figure out. At the longer distances, riding tactics take precedence, as just a little bit of trouble on one of the turns often costs ground that is very difficult to make up in the late going. We've analyzed dirt routes at Gulfstream over the last 7 seasons and have come up with some patterns that seem very effective at selecting the major contenders. We boiled everything down into a quick method where points are awarded to positive factors. Try this method at Gulfstream this season, or actually any season. If historical patterns hold, you'll pick up your share of winners. Now, this is for Gulfstream dirt routes, not tappeta routes. Gulfstream uses their tappeta surface a lot. We've tried it on that. It does not work as well. So when you've got an actual dirt route at Gulfstream, from anywhere from 1 mile to 1.25 miles, this methodology, again, over the years has worked really, really well. So basically, we know from analyzing, again, when we looked at it for seven years, we know that the vast majority of winners at Gulfstream in dirt routes are horses that have early speed. They're not necessarily on the front. That just means that they're within 3 lengths of the leader at the second call. And when you find horses like that, initially, you're mostly going to ignore the deep closers because, again, a lot of those don't win. But basically, and again, we've listed all the points here, so you can just look at that, look with this on your leisure, but we'll touch on everything quickly. So basically, if you find a horse that has that kind of speed, within 3 lengths of the leader, you would award 10 points to this horse, provided that he's shown this kind of speed in 3 of his last 5 races, whether dirt or turf. So basically, what you want to do is look down the past performances, look for all the horses who show that kind of speed. And again, if the horse has had trouble or something, throw that race out. But again, you're going to give 10 points to any horse whose running lines indicate is normally on the lead or with 3 lengths or so of the lead. And then 10 points to any runner who shows a win at or about today's distance at Gulfstream. And 10 more points if that race is showing in the PP lines and the race was accomplished in early speed factor. So a lot of the emphasis here is on early speed. And then we're also going to look at the record. We're going to get 10 points to any horse who shows a minimum of 3 first or second place finishes in Gulfstream during the past 2 seasons. Again, that's information you can get from the Daily Racing Form or other past performances. We're going to award 8 points to any runner dropping at least 1 level in class. We're going to award 5 points to all the runners who have drawn post positions 1 through 6, because that's where the majority of the winners will come from. A jockey, if a jockey is a 12% or better jockey, overall, you can use the last year, or if it's early in the year, use last year's as well, or this year to date or last year. You would award 10 points. And then the trainer, if a trainer is 14% or so, 14% or better, again, using the same criteria for, right now you use last year's stats, obviously, because we're talking about January's 3rd here, and you would award 10 points. Now, the top 3 totals are your major contenders. Any horse that has a 15-point or more advantage is a really good win and place bet. Horses with 15-point advantages, and again, they don't come up all that often, but when they do, they'll hit the exact 64% of the time. So they're first or second 64% of the time, and that's pretty significant. And boxing the top 4 scorers, if you've got a field and you've got 4 horses that get scores, in the exact in fields of 9 horses or more, returned over 7 seasons has returned a plus 11% ROI just for betting the top 4 scorers and exactors in the bigger fields. So again, give this a try. You will find that it's very effective. You'll find the top scorer often is in the money. So give it a look and again, at Gulfstream, it doesn't matter what meet they're running. Just as long as the race is on the dirt, it's a dirt route, not a tappet route, dirt route, not a turf route, but a dirt route. Thanks. We'll talk to you next time.